Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, all of you. So the poem of your last means the last poem of your literature book, that is the fabulous fabled Silk Road. Okay. However, we have discussed the poem yesterday also, but I'm just briefing you again. Fine. I'm just briefing you again. The students who were not present in yesterday's class, I should brief them. Fine. So what is told in the chapter? What is told in the poem? The historical Silk Road was a series of trade routes that went across Europe and Asia. It is told that actually, see, this chapter I taught in class 11th also about Silk Road. There is a Silk Road that starts from China and it goes to Europe also. Means it starts from Asia and it covers the Europe continent also. Fine. And what is special about this road, that we can come to know with the help with the name itself, that this name is called Silk Road. Fine, this name is called Silk Road. The name itself is telling us that why this road was used actually. This road was used for silk trading, mainly for the silk trading. It doesn't mean that something else was not traded. Fine, it doesn't mean that something else was not traded. कि किसी और चीज का व्यापार, किसी और चीज का बिजनेस नहीं हो रहा था इस रोड के थ्रू, it doesn't mean that. Means mainly this route was used for silk trading, but something else was also traded. Not traded actually, something else was also exchanged. एक्सचेंज किया जा रहा था कुछ और, बिजनेस तो हो ही रहा था इस रोड के थ्रू, कुछ और भी हो रहा था. क्या हो रहा था? Exchange of thoughts, as like the people of China were meeting to people of Europe, the people of Asian countries were meeting to people of Europe, and when they were meeting, they were conversing each other, they were sharing their ideas, they were sharing their you can say culture, art, drawing, whatever. Fine. And they were sharing so many inventions also. Fine. So in the history, so many people, so many literary readers, you can say literature writers, they have explained this Silk Road in their writings. Writings is called कि उनके essays में, poems में और बहुत सारे अलग अलग तरह के जो plays वगैरह जो लिखे हैं, means in different kinds of writing they have explained or they have used that Silk Road for entertaining the people. और entertaining means लोगों को इसके बारे में बताने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें इस सिल्क रोड के आसपास बताई गई है. Here also in the poem that is told that are mountains and deserts की that actually this route is so long that it covers 2 continents. देखिए इतना लंबा रूट है कि ये 2 कॉन्टिनेंट्स को कवर करता है. इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम एशिया and it goes to Europe. Then basically means it is just clear, if it is going so long, if it is so long, this route is so long, it means it may be covering different kinds of landscapes. Landscapes is called कि कहीं पर mountains आएंगे, कहीं पर rivers आएंगी, कहीं पर plains आएंगे, तो different kinds of landscape it was covering. In the first paragraph it is told that it is covering, it goes on from mountains, it goes on from deserts, it goes on from oases, it goes on from it goes over on markets and cities also. So it covers each and every landscape. This road is so long. Fine. And they are saying that this is not straight, this is snaked. Snaked is called, it is in the way of, it is zigzag, not a straight road. Fine. In the second stanza, it is told that weaving a web of route. It is not a straight road. Whenever we are having a main road, it cuts so many सब ways cut from that. कोई एक हाईवे होता है, हाईवे पर हम जाते हैं तो क्या वो हाईवे सीधा सीधा जाता है? नहीं. So many other routes also cut from that. Fine. And in from that route also that covers Eurasia, Europe and Asia. It was covering both of them, Europe and Asia. Fine. That's why it was called Eurasia. So many webs of routes were and paths were there belonging to Silk Road. In the third stanza, it was saying that people who were doing their trading, people who were doing their business, they were going from Zion to Baghdad, and traders, merchants and families were also traveling on that road. Means, however, this route was mainly used by businessmen or fine, but it doesn't mean that people were it doesn't mean that families were not moving on that road. No, families were also moving, they were also traveling that road. In the fourth paragraph, in the fourth stanza, for 200 years and more, trudging on winding path, they traded on the fabulous Fabled Silk Road. Means the poet is telling us that this road is used, this route is used for more than 2000 years, and it was used for business purpose, it was used for traveling purpose, and this road is not right, this road is not straight, it is trudging on winding paths. Means people were walking on that road, on that was winding. Fine. In Karwas, in the next stanza it is told, in Karwas, horses or on foot, people were walking, people were traveling on in Karwas. Karwas is called a group of people who are traveling on horses, or you can say on camels also. Fine. So the group of people were moving in Karwas, means they were moving on horses, they were moving on camels for their trading purpose, or on foot. And some of the people were walking on the road, carrying their goods. They were carrying their goods. They were having their goods. Goods is called the things which were they were using for trading. ऐसी चीजें जो जिनका ट्रेडिंग किया जाना था, जिनका व्यापार कर रहे थे, जिनका बिजनेस कर रहे थे, that are called goods. They journeyed on the fabulous Fabled Silk Road. Means they were going on that road for their business, for their journey on that road. Next is trading silk, spices, gems and glass, perfumes and paper in the bazaars of the fabulous Fabled Silk Road. They were trading of silk, they were trading of spices. Spices is called different kinds of masalas. Fine. Gems is called gems.
हीरे,
डायमंड, प्रेशियस स्टोन्स होते हैं. फाइन. जैसे कि ये जो हम रिंग्स वगैरह में पहनते हैं, पन्ना, रतन, जो डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ जेम्स होते हैं, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ प्रीशियस स्टोन्स होते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड जेम्स. एंड ग्लास, परफ्यूम्स एंड पेपर. मींस so many other items were also there which were traded on that road in the bazaars of fabulous Fabled Silk Road. Means the bazaars which were available, which were there on the famous Fabled Silk Road, that were also traded. Only that was not, silk was also not traded from that road. Some other items were also traded. Next stanza is telling us passing cities with lilting names, Turfan, Khotan, Koshkar, Samarkand, on the fabulous Fabled Silk Road. Passing cities with lilting name. What is lilting? Means rhyming words. Fine. Means, see, these are, the words are rhyming with each other. Turfan and Khotan, Kashgar and Samarkand. Means the name of the cities were rhyming with each other. Rhyming कौन सा होता है, जो एक दूसरे से थोड़ा लय मिलाता हुआ सा नजर आता है. Fine. So lilting is called rhyming. Fine. So the passing cities, the cities which are present on famous fabled Silk Road, that the name of these cities are lilting. The name of these cities are rhyming. Fine. Then back they went with other goods through cities and towns, over mountains and deserts, on the same fabled Silk Road. See, they were going from Zion to Baghdad. What were they having? They were having silk, they were having spices, gems and glasses, perfumes and papers also. It doesn't mean that they were going with these goods. जियान से बगदाद जा रहे हैं इन सब चीजों के साथ, इन अपने गुड्स के साथ. It doesn't mean that they were coming back with empty handed. नहीं, अपना सामान लेकर जा रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वापस खाली हाथ आ रहे हैं, सिर्फ अपना ट्रेड किया और वापस आ गए. नो, they were bringing the other goods from there. जहां पर वो चीजें अवेलेबल नहीं थी उनके एरिया में, these things they were bringing back. Fine. So they are saying that back they went with other goods through cities and towns, over mountains and deserts. They were not coming empty-handed. They were coming back with other goods. कि अपनी चीजें सेल आउट किया, वहां से चीजें परचेज किया, and they were bringing it to their house. They were bringing it to their cities, and through cities and towns, from the different cities that were coming on the way, and over mountains and deserts, over the different mountains and deserts they were covering, which were there on the road, on the same fabled Silk Road. On the same road they were coming back to they were completing their journey on the same fabled Silk Road. So this was all about the poem. Right now we will discuss the question answers also. See, question number 1 is, where does the Silk Road lead? Yes, where does the Silk Road lead? If you remember, it is told in the poem only, the Silk Road leads from
Europe to Asia.
Zion to Baghdad. It is given in the poem. The Silk Road leads to Zion to Baghdad. Is it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
The Silk Road leads from Zion to Baghdad. Fine. Second question is,
book को close कर दे क्या?
what kind of landscape does the Silk Road cover? What kind of landscape it was covering? See, I told you right now, only 2 or 3 minutes ago, I was telling that different kinds of landscapes were coming on the way. Different kinds of mountains it was covering. So what kind of landscape it was covering?
Like mountains,
Yes.
Deserts,
towns, cities.
oases,
Yes. The famous fabled Silk Road was covering, or you can say the Silk Road covers mountains, it covers deserts, then oases, then markets, then cities, all the things, all that kind of landscape it was covering. Got it?
yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Next question is, how long have people been using the Silk Road? Hanji, how long have people
More
been
than
using?
2000 years.
Yes, very good. The people have been using the Silk Road more than 2000 years. It is told, not 2000 only, more than 2000 years. Fine. It is told in the poem. So the people have been using the Silk Road for more than 2000 years. Fourth question is, why did people travel on the Silk Road? How did they travel? Hanji, why did
Ma'am,
people?
for sale
People
their
travel the Silk Road
goods
for
and
trading.
For selling their goods, you can say. People traveled on the Silk Road. See,
purchase
did use किया
goods.
गया है. They are using did. इसका मतलब past का आंसर है. And if it is past answer, then we have to use second form. Fine, because it is we have to answer in past only. Did तभी use किया जाता है. Fine. So we will answer that people traveled on Silk Road. People traveled on Silk Road for trading their goods. For trading their goods, as like silk, as like paper, glass, and spices, perfumes.
Perfumes, spices,
Perfume,
gems.
silk, spices,
Yes.
gems.
So they were traveling on the Silk Road for trading their goods. Then you can tell the name of their goods also. Fine. How did they travel? How were they
They
traveling?
travel.
I mean, carvas.
They traveled by horses or on foot.
Yes, they were traveling in carvas, on horses, or on foot. Got it? It is shown
Yes, ma'am.
within the poem that they were traveling in caravans, they were traveling on horses, they were traveling on foot also. So this was the answer for question number 4. Now open your books and read the poem to yourself silently. Did you get the answers right? Fine. So now question number B. We are discussing question number B. Work with a partner and complete this fact sheet about the Silk Road. Places. Which places are told? The name of the places.
Jian, Baghdad,
Yes.
Dian, Baghdad,
Asia,
Europe, Asia, Asia,
Yes.
Eurasia,
And 4 names were also told. Those lilting words.
Turfan, Khotan,
cities,
Yes.
Kashgar, Samarkand.
Yes. Means Zian, Baghdad, then Europe, Asia, then Karfan, then
Samarkand,
Khotan,
So that kind of
Kashgar.
places were discussed. That kind of places were told in the chapter, told in the poem. Then which landscapes were told in the poem? Yes.
Mountains, deserts, oases, market.
Yes, mountains, deserts, oases, markets, cities. These were the landscapes. Fine, which were used within the poem. Next is travelers. What kind of travelers they were having? This road was having.
Traders, merchants, families.
Very good. Traders, merchants, and families. Fine. On the Silk Road, traders, merchants, and families were moving. Then means of transport. What means of transport they were using?
Horses or on foot.
They were
Carvas.
using carvas. Means camels they were using. They were using horses and on foot. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is goods. Which goods they were trading off?
Silk,
Ma'am,
spices,
spices,
jams,
gems,
glass, perfumes, papers.
papers, perfumes, glasses,
They were trading
Silk,
off.
spices, jams,
Silks.
paper, glass.
Yes, very good. They were trading off, you can say mainly it was silk, paper, perfumes, glass, gems, spices. So many goods were there which they were trading off. Okay, so this was all about for today's class. We will discuss the remaining question answers in tomorrow's class. Fine.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
Have a nice
Bye,
day.
ma'am.